Well, hello, hello, hello. My name is Glitchnix. I am your record keeper, DM, storyteller for this evening. Today we will not be playing Demon the Fallen, we will be playing Werewolf the Apocalypse. With my wonderful players, let's work down the list, tell them who you are, what you do, and your, I don't know, favorite fish. Because fuck you, I'm putting you all on the spot today. Let's start with
Is me an
Callie.
appropriate answer?
Uh, Hi, I'm Callie. Uh, so I need like three more hands to tell you to show you how many years I am. Uh, but I work with the Navy. And favorite fish is I guess salmon.
Strong answer. Strong answer. Who you playing, Callie?
I'm playing Kosar. He's a big Russian were creature.
We are fans of big Russian were creatures, especially when they're fucking up the parking lot at a Bass Pro Shop.
Deserved it.
Honestly, probably. Next on my list, Grant Oki. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your favorite type of fish is?
Hi, I'm playing.
Oh, we lost him. Grant.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you now.
My name's Grant. I play Gemma, and my favorite type of fish is the fish that Sushi beat up last episode.
Giant catfish. In particular, that giant catfish.
This will affect the trout population.
Immensely.
Immensely.
Speaking of sushi,
Mhm.
tell them who you are, what you do, who
Hi,
you playing, and your favorite type of fish.
I am Sushi Siren. I am a small time coffee and gaming streamer, so kind of finding my fins, if you will. I play Tooth, your regular old fluffy werewolf. And my favorite kind of fish. I was gonna say any kind that I can eat, but I feel like that's inappropriate, so I'm gonna say a puffer fish.
Eaters requesting you bump up your volume.
Me?
Who? Me? Who?
Sushi.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
Hello.
She's been turned down. We'll sort that when we get Kyo back, I think.
Cry.
You were in my building for like the last 2 weeks, so
Oh
not
shit, that's right.
massively surprising.
Whoops.
Insurgent. Tell us who you are. What do you do? What do you do? Who are you playing? And your favorite type of fish?
How's my mic sound?
You sound crispy,
Perfect.
like you're whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Hi, I'm Insurgent. I play Marcel. I work in the medical field and like barracuda.
Strong, angry, violent fish choice. And lastly, our guest without a name, Dakota.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's me. Hey, everybody, what's up? I'm Dakota. When I'm not here, I'm a half angel, half demon VTuber who voice acts and plays video games as a side gig. I'm playing Whisper. And, is now a bad time to say that I don't like fish?
Terrible time. I need you to pick one.
Fuck.
Lunchtime.
Shark.
Fuck it, we'll
That's a
take it.
mammal.
Sharks aren't mammals.
They are.
Fuck,
No, they
he's
aren't.
right.
Yeah, they
Hang
are.
on, let me
They
Google
are?
this shit.
They are mammals. They actually have birth that way.
Sharks, mammals. No, sharks are not mammals. They are a type of fish belonging to a group of Pronorictides, cartilaginous fish. Confusion often arises because... Why am I reading this?
Why are you reading this?
You've got me doubting
Baited.
myself. So, I will do the recap this time, since half the party wasn't there. And our party members who missed it, I'll make sure your XP is caught up after when I'm able to catch you next time. So, last time, as we were down 2 strong semi-aquatic legends, the party decided to split up to increase the search area they had on the river, with Marcel and Kosar going one way, and Gemma and Tooth heading in a different direction. We followed Tooth and Gemma as they started fishing for bait off of the back of this boat they'd just all stolen. Many a catch was made, including one catfish that put up a surprising fight and traumatized Tooth to the end of her days. Using the beaten, bloody, and actively oozing guts of this fish to lure in the monster of the river, and they succeeded. Almost a little too well, as Tooth found herself pulled into the ocean, into the river's currents, where a huge alligator-like creature took half of her right leg sideways. All of the bone bits are still there. You think you haven't had it properly looked at yet. Where Gemma had to step up, pull her back ashore using a rope and Tooth's own upper body strength to pull her back onto the boat, crash that boat into the riverbank, where the two fled. As the giant gator emerged from the water, chasing them into the forest. However, something seemed to have stopped the gator and engage it in some sort of combat. Unaware of this, the two kept fleeing into the woods until a large piece of the gator's tail crushed a piece of shelter that they were all rushing towards. Deciding to double back and investigate, Gemma carried Tooth back to the site of the emergence of this freaky river kaiju, and they found nothing but a bloody mess and signs that a wounded animal slinked back into its own habitat. Where we begin today is with Gemma lugging Tooth back to a rundown looking hotel located a bit more within the city limits. This building, once abandoned, seems to run off of some sort of electricity, as you can see lights on the inside. However, you know no human is dwelling inside. As Tooth, you would know this to be the cairn that the Umbra Grim warband leader, Merlin, has set up inside the city limits while he is acting within it. A safe haven and a beacon of wild spirit energy located in this pocket of corrupted sin.
Perfect wind ambience.
Thank you for that. We're all good now. Bizarre. Now, as Gemma, you lug the bloody and slightly unconscious Tooth into the foyer, you find the rest of your party. Marcel, Corsar, you were just getting ready to report in that you found Dick or Bupkis, and you went a good 4 miles upriver. And no perception check needed. You're able to spot Gemma lugging in Tooth with a very galled up leg.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Are they outside right now?
They've just entered the building. You're in a foyer that looks like, think the if you've seen the movie, think the lobby of The Shining, only it's covered in wild ivy, kind of like plants. It's a weird nature motif in the middle of the city, clearly somewhere for your kind to just thrive. There's squirrels and shit in here. It's bizarre. But yes, you see them, and sorry.
I saw them go up there.
Should we check the leg?
I'm
I think
sorry.
I
What did you
think
say?
we,
Oh shit. Should we check the leg? It looks ploha. Ocean ploha.
I think we should, but I don't. Be honest with you, friend. I don't know what I'll do. Not really the medicine type.
Gemma, what's your take on this? Well, Tooth looks like she just had a run-in with Barracuda. Oh! Oh, you found it! Oh. Um, Kosar. Kosar just kind of takes off his shirt and then just starts ripping up rags. To just start staunching the bleeding.
yeah, at this point, Tooth is very much unconscious. You're able to find her a nice empty sofa that you're able to lay her out on, and any one of you can make a medicine check. If any of you are helping, just say so, and whoever's making the check gets an extra dice.
I think I would help out. Am I able to check to see if she's still breathing?
Easy enough check to do. She is clearly still breathing in a lot of pain. Easy enough check to do. So, if you're helping,
Just turn your mic up. Out there,
Callie?
it's not lighting up.
Yep.
No, that's the thing. Is you
Huh?
if you want to make that medicine check,
Would I? Can I just do intelligence with it too?
yep, intelligence medicine.
Alright, 2 dice, here we go.
Add an extra dice, you are getting assistance.
Alright, so we'll do another.
If only your shifter powers gave you additional. Holy shit!
Yo! Yep, it's gone.
So you actually form a surprisingly good tourniquet as you sort of take these rags, and an idea strikes you, and in a way that only makes sense in sudden movement to you, you lunge forward, grab a nearby chair, snap the leg off, and use it to form a really tight tourniquet, and sort of jam the sharp end of the leg into this leg you've ripped off to sort of form a lever for this tourniquet into the chair she's resting on to make sure it does not turn. So you're able to leave her there. She's sort of stuck to the chair right now, but you've definitely stemmed the bleeding.
And I just kind of like try to fist bump Marcel. Go to work.
Yeah, I'll fist pump back. I'm gonna look at it. Shouldn't we break that off instead of leaving her stuck to the chair?
She'll walk it off later. Right now,
Gonna-
she needs to legit.
Marcel, when you're leaning in there, are you taking a closer look at the injury? This is
Yeah.
an important question for me in particular to ask you in particular. Could you make me a
Yes.
wit survival check for me?
Wits survival.
So, let's have a look. What did you get? 3? You happy with a 3?
I'm happy.
So, two things jump out at you immediately about this, because the type of creature that did this is a creature you know very well. This is a crocodile bite. If it was any crocodile, you would probably call it a speckled caiman's bite, like the tooth arrangement sort of matches. But what throws you off about them is they are infamous for being very small, and whatever did this was definitely not very small.
This is unusual. Can I see if there was any? It might sound dumb. Any tooth that broke off?
Of course there is.
I
I would
believe I
like you
picked
to
some
make
up when I went to check the wreckage.
You did pick some up. Actually, you did pick up some teeth.
Oh. Do you have those visible, Gemma?
Gemma jumping up and down says, "Hey, hey, look what I got!" Unfolds like her coat, pulls them out of her coat. I don't know how many I got, but here you go.
Oh, well, thank you, shit. And I'm gonna take a closer look at these teeth.
Roll me one more wit survival +2 because you have something to help scale the animal. Okay. Looking at this, you definitely are able to confirm the species. Just the way it's grown, the general shape, it matches up with one of the sort of middle of the snout fangs, or teeth in this case. But what upsets you most about it is either this thing is the saber-toothed tiger equivalent of crocodiles, or this thing's at least 35 feet long.
Hey, Gemma. Do you happen to remember how big our little friend here was?
We can't hear you, Gemma.
I want to say it was close to the boat size. It was big enough that the boat didn't scare it.
And it came after y'all first.
Well, Kind of. We kind of provoked it with bait.
Hmm. You would happen to have killed it? Did you share? Or did it get away?
I drug Tooth up to a cabin here in the woods, and while I was tending to her, trying to cover her up, there was a big commotion, and some gore hit the top of the cabin we were in. We didn't get to see what caused all the ruckus, or if anything lived or died.
Well, we should probably go check that out then. Confirm our finding. This, and I'm gonna hold the tooth up. It's not bode well. Very, very concerned. And I'm just gonna sit down and just keep looking at it.
As you sit down, planning your next move, so we're going to pan away from the party for a brief moment.
Mhm.
Whisper, you strange, scrungly boy.
That's me.
Ever since Philip disappeared into the Umbra, you've been granted these new gifts.
Mhm.
It's been a weird time for you, I imagine.
Just a
with-
little bit.
With your name, you've had a year to grasp your old name, your old life, and halfway through, you got a power up that made your dad jealous. But right now, you're not dealing with family troubles. Instead, you're dealing with family troubles, as you find yourself back at the usual Cairn ever since the Riverside Alliance closed. Merlin's Cairn. And you're talking to the big man himself. You're up in one of the what was once a ballroom, what has been turned into a literal jungle gym style training room with all sorts of trees and foliage to navigate around, as he's just talking to you about his new pack of mongrels he's put together. So I need you go,
Go
you
ahead.
go. No,
I
no,
was gonna
no,
say,
no. You're my guest. Go on.
so what's up with these mongrels?
So I gave him a job, right?
Hmm?
And I was like, fully grown adults, one of my own wolves, a couple of outer shifters, you know? It's all pretty green. What I didn't realize is they would take a stolen car, crash it into the Bass Pro Shop pyramid, blatantly use their powers in the ladies' bathroom, steal fish from the foyer using a stolen fishing rod, while two of them picked up a 20-foot boat, ran it out front, and then turned into a 30-foot long shark to use as a ramp to get it to the riverfront.
What?
They don't understand this whole veil thing, like, at all.
Yeah, I gathered that. What?
Look, later today, I'm cashing in on a deal to help get some hunters off of our backs. But I can't trust them to be alone. I know at least two of them came back and they found diddly jack shit bubkus. So all I've got is problems and no answers. I need you to go wait down in the foyer. You know what? I'll fucking introduce you. I've got to go that way anyway.
Okay. If there's one thing I am good at, it is finding things, so they will not have any problems with me around.
That's why I called you. There wasn't really much Briggs could do in this situation.
True.
And Whisper, Merlin walks you down into the foyer. Just in time to see a woman bleeding profusely from her leg, a very confused looking goth girl, a fella holding a colossal tooth, and I got a question for you actually, Corsair.
Yeah.
I take it you did get clothes since your last outing. I have to ask because it's you.
Yeah, no, I had clothes on. What's it called?
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm just wearing pants now though, since I literally tried making a tourniquet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And a very, very well-defined, musculature-wise, shirtless man.
I have several questions.
And I'm sure they will give you plenty of answers. You lot. What the fuck happened to her?
I'm gonna look over to Gemma.
We played with Godzilla and Godzilla won.
I explain that being the explain.
Well, we were looking up and down the river for some kind of clues, and Godzilla in alligator or crocodile form, whatever it is, chased us out of the water.
Wait, you were in the Mississippi?
Yep.
Did nobody tell them about the giant gator in the Mississippi?
That's what they're supposed to be hunting, was the giant gator in the Mississippi.
Oh. I had a run in with that gator once. It didn't end up like this, obviously.
And that seems like a great excuse for me to put you with these lot. Marcel, Kosar, Tooth, Gemma. Let me introduce you to Whisper. An absolute stand-up bloke. You're gonna love him. Do as he says, don't do as he does. I can't lose you all to the woods overnight. We kosher?
Yeah.
Oh, well, sure.
We
Marcel's
good.
gonna wave an arm under his chest, bow his head. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Whisper.
Yes.
I'm gonna go fight with some demons now. Don't ask. I don't know. Somehow I think Copperhead found my number. But to fix
Oh.
this mess, I gotta deal with that mess. So I can trust you on this, right?
Yeah, of course.
Grant. You're all in for a lecture and or beating for using that much supernatural bullshit in plain view of cameras.
Who is?
All of you. Not you. Well, you did ride a dog out of the lobby.
That was fun.
Does it make it any less problematic? We gotta try and keep what we are a secret, or else the humans with their silver will turn us all into rugs, soup, gestures at Corsair, handbags and shoes, and Thanksgiving dinner, gesturing at Marcel and Gemma.
I don't think I'd make a good turkey.
You know, you're probably right. We could have maybe done that with a little more je ne sais quoi.
You're short on cash. Just. I will give you a loan. Next time. Just give me a ring. One of you's got to have my number, right? Hang on. Writes down on a scrap of paper his phone number and just hands it to Marcel. Pass this around. Don't let this happen again. If you need me, go to Whisper first. Whisper, if you can't solve it, then call me. If you don't hear from me by tomorrow, I'm dead. Catch you later. You're in charge, champ. And then he starts backing up, flashing you all finger guns.
Bye, don't die.
We'll try not to. Have fun with the crocodile.
Okay, so first things first, what are we gonna do about her?
I'm gonna go ahead and double check that tourniquet. Make sure it's nice and tight, so she's not losing blood.
Good plan. Solid plan.
Gemma walks over to Tooth, kind of lightly poking her in the face. Tooth, are you okay?
Tooth,
Yes.
you come to Gemma poking your face, and the adrenaline wears off, and holy shit, half of your right leg is missing.
She doesn't really know what to say. She's just gonna kind of stare. She's slowly studying her body, trying not to freak out. She slowly lifts her eyes. Why the fuck am I tied to a chair? Will somebody speak up? Say something.
I'm gonna finish tightening the tourniquet on her leg, and I'm gonna look at her and see. I told them we should have broke it. You wouldn't like being tied to a chair. They said you could walk it off. And I'm gonna
How am I gonna walk
break-
it off if I'm tied to it?
I'm gonna break the chair as I'm saying that to her.
That was
Tooth
my
doesn't
favorite
stand
chair.
up right away. That was my favorite leg.
I was just making a joke. Anyways.
Have we met? She
Nope.
says, looking at Whisper. And
Tooth, if you want to figure out who this is, roll me intelligence politics.
yay! Okay, beautiful.
That's right.
Bloop.
That's right. You're a politics roll now, Whisper. How does that make
Oh,
you
no.
feel, you gormless hobo?
You
Oh,
said intelligence politics?
Intelligence politics.
Wow, it feels weird to play a character that actually has politics this season. Okay.
Which is wild for what you were doing last season.
I know.
Tooth, you happy with that roll, or do you want a willpower
Let me see.
reroll?
I'll reroll. Why the fuck not? I just reroll how many of them?
Right click the thing.
Right.
Willpower
Right.
reroll.
So minor issue is that I'm not
Double
rolling
tap
with
on
a
your tablet.
Mhm.
And it should open
Double
up a
tap?
little menu. Double tap the roll.
I am.
Try
on.
just holding your finger on it. I don't know. You use weird stuff.
Thanks.
I'll tell you what, I'll do it for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties, guys. I burnt a hole in my laptop.
You shouldn't have
Continue.
had me do it for you.
Fry?
You still have a
Did you-
1?
Wait, how?
Because I'm not
We'll
very
talk about
good,
it later.
okay? Oh, you mean her laptop? Oh, she was
Because of who I
dumb.
am. Hey, listen, this is a conversation for later. Okay?
You broke me out of character with that one.
Thermal paste, gone. Motherboard, crispy. Okay, continue.
So is the total failure asking Gemma who he is?
Yeah, I tell you what, Gemma, she clearly asked you who the fuck this is.
That guy works for the Grey Poupon Honey Mustard guy.
What?
Is Tooth able to tell that Whisper is what he is?
Yeah, you can tell at the smell. You're the same cat.
Okay, beautiful.
Whisper, for you,
Mhm.
Corsar's had to step out, so for the sake of the scene, he's decided to go out back and do some squats to think about what just happened.
Fair enough.
Tooth here or at least this lady with a decent chunk of her leg missing, she is one of you.
Okay.
The fella and the shorter girl, they smell similar but different. They smell of wild, but not like you do.
Okay. Just kind of taps his nose a little bit and says, "Interesting sense."
Interesting people. Who's gonna look over? Look at Gemma. Look at Marcel. Marcel,
Yes, yeah.
did you happen to encounter any fun friends along your inspection?
Well, I can't say I've had quite the same amount of fun. I'm gonna look at your leg real quick, as you two did.
Hmm. Oh, you mean you're not into losing the flesh that's attached to your bones? Pity. I thought it was quite kinky. Anyways,
Stop being weird.
I can't make a joke out of a well, I wouldn't say good thing.
I can't
A
think of
tragic
anything kinky
experience.
that has to do with losing your leg.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm sure someone could.
can't say I lost a limb before, but I'm not too worried about it. And I'm just
Tooth makes a joking.
I'm gonna wink after that.
Tooth makes a joking snapping sound with her mouth using her teeth. Right. That aside, Tooth is gonna kind of slowly and wobbly try and let herself stand up, being very intent and cautious while she's
You are
keeping an eye
gonna
on
have
her
to
leg.
roll
Mhm.
me a dexterity composure, as again, you are missing half of your leg. You are basically missing a leg here.
Mm.
There isn't really enough
Dexterity.
bone to stand on until you regenerate it.
Would the stick they tied to it help at all?
No, that's to
Fuck.
that isn't going down to support your leg. That's kind of more like a valve holding the thing that's stopping you from bleeding to death. It's basically like a valve's closed tightly around your leg so that there's not as much blood flow going to it. To the
All right.
Could I
exposed
help her
fleshy bits.
stand up?
You could definitely help her, and that would negate the need for a roll.
Okay.
So roll? No roll?
No roll. If you're
Beautiful.
taking the help, no roll.
She doesn't really see a reason not to take the help.
Yeah, so
I just don't think she likes being stuck sitting down in a room full of people.
You'll be all right in time.
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Speaking of help, I'm supposed to help you track down the big beast of the the river. I'm gonna
You
take
want
it.
us to go near that thing again?
That's what Merlin wants us to do.
Is Wait a minute. Is Merlon mustard poupon? What did you call it, Gemma?
That's the Grey Poupon honey mustard guy.
I okay. Okay. Tooth is visibly rubbing her temples at this point while leaning up against Marcel. Like, hey.
Oh boy.
Are
So-
you sorry?
No, you go ahead.
Are you joining our lot?
for the time being.
Yeah, I'll take the help. I might be a bit out of commission for a bit.
I'm sure you can still be of help in some way.
Some way.
We. So, what do you guys know so far?
It likes catfish.
And apparently a werewolf.
I'm gonna
That's
toss over the tooth, and it's that big.
it was huge.
Whisper.
Yeah.
Being tossed the tooth, I would like you to roll me an intelligence insight to recall a memory from when you encountered this big old beastie.
Sure. Insight intelligence. Wow.
Looking at these teeth, he's gotten bigger.
Okay. So this big fucking tooth leads me to believe one of two things. One, there is now a bigger, badder beast of the river. Or two, the big bad beast of the river has gotten bigger since the last time I saw it.
Well, that's just what we need. A second one.
My question is, what ran it off?
Something ran it off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tooth was hurt, and all we saw was a little bit of gore fall on the shed we were on. And
Quite frankly.
Go ahead, Tooth.
If it didn't run it off, I'd be dead. I was very close to being gator food. This thing is big, and it's powerful, and if there's more than one of them, we need to have a plan. I'm not going to go into this blind again.
Well, it sounded like your last plan didn't work out for you.
There was no plan. We went into it blind, and we paid for it.
Clearly, you knew enough to rob a Bass Pro Shop.
All we knew was that it was something in the water. We didn't know if it was a giant snake. We didn't know if it was some kind of... we didn't know what it was. We were just told it was some kind of water-dwelling creature. We had no idea what to bring or what to anticipate. All I know is I got knocked into the water.
I said, you know what? I'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all happen to remember where that shed was?
Where what?
Do you happen to remember where that shed was? I like to see whatever gory bits are left behind.
I think I could take you back there.
I don't know if I remember enough. I was so out of it due to blood loss.
That's completely...
But yeah, I remember the scene pretty well. I don't know how well I remember getting back there, but I could try.
Gemma, with the nature of what you are, retracing your steps is essential to what your people do. So you should be able to find it.
Okay.
Ish.
All right, so everybody in favor of going back?
It would be a start. It'd help me understand what progress you guys have made so far. Plus, this gore might also give us some clues.
Yeah. Question, how fast do werewolves regenerate?
It depends what form they're in. For the
Right.
sake of mercy and the fact
Mhm.
you are missing too much of your leg to walk, it is a
Mhm.
new night, and you are all able to howl at the moon if you so wish to gain a rage.
Yes,
Oh.
please.
Go
Hi.
on, give us your best woos, chat.
I'm bringing the button back, baby.
Woo. Anyway, sorry.
And for Marcel, I need your best crocodile hiss, and for Gemma, your best bird squawk.
Where's the howl button again?
I have a howl button. It's the whisper howl.
Where's
There's
the
whisper.
What am I
It's
rolling
not-
for
I
howling?
don't think my
You
mic's
don't
picking it
roll
up.
anything for that. Yeah. No,
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's there. Gain a rage. So you just add a rage, babe.
Okay, cool. Beautiful.
How-
Stone in.
then-
I add that.
If you want to regenerate as quickly as possible with a riskier
Mhm.
transformation, Karnos
Mhm.
heals 2 superficial health per rage check. So you will be able
Beautiful.
to turn to Karnos, force that leg to regrow, and then shift back. But that would be extremely stressful on your body. It might take a willpower damage or 2 going through such a brutal transformation and fending off the insatiable bloodlust. Or you could take a bit more time, risk more rage checks, and do it in Galabro, but you won't lose any willpower doing so.
Ooh. Um, dun, dun, dun.
Choice is yours.
Yeah, I think for safety's sake, I'll go Galabro.
Okay, you remember how to transform?
Nope.
So, you see that on your character sheet? There's a little wolf's
Mhm.
head on the left-hand side.
Left hand side, wolf's head, yes.
Click on that. And then the big brown box
Beautiful.
that says 1 rage dice in the Galabro box. There you go. You don't lose any rage. Then do a rage check for me. All right, you lose a rage, but you heal a health. Do it again.
Beautiful. Dun, 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 dun.
You don't lose a rage, and you regen another health. You've got most of your leg back now. 1 more, and you'll be good to walk, but you won't be at 100%.
Okay. Cool.
As you lose another rage, but able to at least, before you lose your powers, get that leg where it's walkable and
Hmm.
not hindering your movement. It
Beautiful.
still hurts like a motherfucker, but it's definitely a lot better than what it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Scarred up something real nice though. You can definitely see it now that the trouser leg's out of the way.
Battle wounds, I guess.
Hey, battle wounds look good.
Yeah.
And you're free to turn back into your Homid form the same way you turn back into your Galabro form.
Beautiful.
Whenever
I'll
you
do that
choose.
right
That
now.
takes no rage to go human or regular animal form.
Stone in.
My veritable petting zoo of creatures.
Yeah, you got 2 wolves. Your silly other creatures that I always keep forgetting what they are. I think one was a shark, the other was a croc.
Everybody's
third
heard
was a
about the shark. I think even the other parties have now heard of the shark.
All right.
No.
So... Sorry.
No, you go. If you're gonna say something, please.
I was basically just gonna in character progress plot.
Fantastic. Gemma is free to lead the way. I'm not sure if any of you brought any transportation, as Corsar normally is the one who's stealing cars for you all.
Hmm.
Has Whisper got his driving license?
Let me. That mean he has 0 pips in drive.
No, he has not. Marcel, do you have a driving license?
Let me see.
How many pips in drive do you have, Marcel? If the answer is 1, you have a driving license and
Not a
shitty game.
one. Not
Well,
a one,
guess
my
what?
love.
Not a single one of you are driving, so you are hauling your ass across the city.
I do have a pip in drive.
Then Gemma has a driving license. Oh my god, I forgot. You drive a Vespa.
Yup.
Do you have any other vehicle?
We can find one. Because we're not all going to fit on my scooter. We better find a truck or something.
Do you have any of you have like money or something?
What do you need money for?
You know, to do something a not illegal way?
Whisper, you have your phone.
You know what? Whisper pulls out his phone. And he's gonna call Merlin.
Rings 3 times and he picks up. What's good, lad?
Hey, so they're thinking about stealing a vehicle again? Do you have a car we can borrow?
No, the fuck! I'm not giving them any of my cars. Did you hear what I did? Did the what part I crashed it into a stationary van? Did you not understand?
Fair enough. I will call Dad for a ride then.
Wait, ask him if he's got any honey mustard.
I'm not gonna ask him that.
Oh.
Ask me what?
Whisper, just as he's holding the phone, just pinches his brow. One of them wants to know if you have any honey mustard?
Whisper, you hear a simple sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't play.
Oh no.
Hang on. I'll try again. There we go. That one worked. As Merlin hangs up.
Merlin says you're not borrowing any of his cars. I'm going to call Dad for a ride, so just try your best to be normal, please. And Whisper will then phone up Morris.
It rings once. Hey there, kiddo. Thought you were the wolves problem tonight.
Yeah, I am. But we need a ride.
You shitting me?
No. Merlin's busy doing stuff, and I am not allowing them to steal a car.
Right. Steal a car?
Merlin left me with some troublemakers, from the sounds of it.
We talking Briggs trouble, Elias trouble, or Dex trouble?
Well, my brief experience with Dex wasn't that much trouble. I'm probably closer to a Briggs trouble.
I'm on my way.
Thanks. See you soon.
Tell him to bring some snacks.
Whisper will hang up then.
And the 3 of you, I imagine, are just waiting outside the Kern for about 45 minutes. And then this beat up black van with more dents than healthy looking panels pulls up with a splutter and a clang. As I'm gonna need to find this motherfucker's art. I got him in here somewhere. As wearing a weird plague doctor style mask, like he's some sort of cosplayer, dressed in a far too extra long coat. You see an older looking man. He doesn't look old, but he looks roughly around the same age as Marcel. Pulls up and rolls down the window.
Hey, Dad. We're going to the Mississippi.
You need to make normal friends.
You think I'm not trying?
I say this with only support in my heart. As I post the image in the side chat, as we have no Keo to post the image in front of everybody on stream. Try harder. He seems cool, though.
Hmm?
Gestures to Marcel.
Gonna, my usual thing, bow, nod my head.
Any
In my defense,
point?
I just met them today.
Fair enough.
Something about a shed? Gemma, right?
Yes, it's down here by the river. It was probably like 70, 80 yards off the river. That's where we had our big fight. I was trying to get us to safety.
Right, big fight. Okay. What were you fighting?
A giant crocodile or alligator, I'm not sure which.
Adrian,
Huh?
are you on drugs?
No.
I need you to roll a charisma persuasion.
Okay. Charisma. Ba. Ba.
Get in the car.
Whisper climbs into shotgun.
It's a 3-seater at the front.
Oh,
Plenty
middle.
of space for activities in the back. Who else is sitting in the front, and who's the two sitting in the back?
I'll sit up front since I know the way, I guess.
Yep.
Sit up back.
And I guess that leaves Tooth to sit up back with you. The only reason I speak for Tooth is because Tooth is muted right now. She has fallen into the sink. She is very small. She probably got flushed. She'll be back in the next 20 minutes.
Activities with me. Oh my god. Stop being weird.
I need Jab to stop being weird. I'm spending quality time with my son. So, giant alligators. Is this like that weird vision you said you had?
Yeah, something like that. Also, remember a year ago when I told you about the story that I almost got eaten by a giant gator?
Yeah, I thought that was just a weird vision you had.
Oh no, that was real.
What?
Yeah, I almost got eaten by that gator, and I'm starting to think it might be the same one.
Right. As he will start driving you in the directions guided by Gemma. It will take you a couple hours to get there. Traffic's starting to build up in these more autumny nights. There's a little bit of extra traffic, as Memphis is the place to be in Halloween times, so you hear. Might have something to do with all the monsters lurking about.
Gee, I
But
wonder.
But I digress. You pull up along the riverbank. Well, near enough. a roadside near the general location.
So
This the spot?
it looks
As
like
close as
it.
I can get you. I'm not taking this thing off road.
Fair enough. Thanks, Dad. You'll know when I'm home.
Thanks for the ride.
No problem. As you're all free to pile out the back and out the front. One more time, Morris will roll down the passenger side window and just call out, Adrian,
Huh?
text me when you start coming home.
Okay.
Great. He shoots a quick text off to somebody else, and then we'll drive off.
All right. Lead the way.
Gemma, as our last party member still in call, you're gonna have to lead the way.
All right. She starts like motioning her arms like she's marching. Follow me.
Oh boy. Whisper starts tagging along.
And then I walk them up. I guess I look around to see where all the action happened, where all the sticks and brush is all.
Gonna need a wit survival check from everybody who is actively looking for signs of refuge, gore, sinews strung from trees, all those tasty giblets. So working backwards, Tooth,
Yes.
your leg hurts like a motherfucker. You are not able to focus on anything other than the
Hmm.
pain in your leg. Gemma, you very quickly pick up your own trail and start following it along. And Whisper, you smell an awful smell of rotting meat.
Fun. That's a good smell.
Retracing Gemma's steps and following your nose, you're able to find your way to this shack Gemma mentioned that does seem to have seen much better days as you see a huge section of the roof missing.
Was that hole there the last time you were here?
If I recall correctly, this is where I buried Tooth in some foliage, and that a big chunk of something fell out of the sky and hit the top of that shed. And I don't remember a hole.
So it's new.
I believe it is new. I don't think we had that last time.
I can't think straight. I'm sorry.
You're doing great. Just focus on your leg for the time being.
Hmm.
And then I guess I could take you down to where I found the teeth and other stuff.
That would help, yes.
Follow me. Takes you down to the riverside.
Whisper will follow.
A very short jaunt there. This trail of yours, Gemma, is even easier to follow than the last one because you are actively sprinting while lugging Tooth this direction. There's like dried blood and plenty to follow right the way back to the riverbank, where two of you are greeted with a very familiar scene. And Whisper, an eerily familiar scene
Hmm.
as something has come to blows with a very strong force, has come to blows with a very large force, and it's hard to tell without further investigation which one was winning and which one was losing, but you can tell two things of immense strength and varying size had an altercation here by the impact cracks and the divots in the ground.
Huh, okay, so there is a second one. Either of you catch eyes on two big things?
No, we just saw the one big thing.
And I barely saw that. All I could feel was my flesh screaming at me after being torn from my bones.
The other big
Whisper?
thing made its appearance when I was tending to Tooth.
Hmm.
And you didn't catch a glimpse of it?
Nope, just the gore raining from the sky.
Okay. This tells me that we may have gone from two back down to one. But that one is probably scarier. And Whisper will kind of start to do a little bit of investigating on what remains.
Roll me an intelligence investigation check. Marcel, for the sake of you, you have been brought to the riverbank where the alleged encounter with the beast happened. You find all sorts of large impact craters and messy tracks, snapped trees, strung about gore. Marcel, for you, this wouldn't be an intelligence investigation. This would be a wit survival, as you are familiar with the creature you are looking for here.
With survival. My bad.
You're good.
Oh,
Ow.
Ooh,
So-
someone had quite the dance here.
So let's start with our lowest. Tooth motherfucker. It's bruising like a bitch. Your the inside of your bones itch. It is an awful, awful feeling.
I need to sit for a minute.
mhm.
Tooth goes and finds herself a quiet little area and just kind of very, very gently tries to lower herself down, avoiding any kind of pressure or contact with the leg. She looks sore.
Whisper, with your investigation, all you're able to do is draw parallels to the amount of power put on display here. For you, you've only ever run into two people, well, three people that can output this much raw power. That would be Merlin, Copperhead, and Asher.
Whisper is looking at this and his face it's already pale, but it's somehow getting just ever so slightly more pale.
Now, Marcel. Marcel, you dirty little fox, taking all of the good rolls for yourself because you just are not a team player today.
Know it.
You find some very interesting behavioral patterns here. Looking at these tracks and the sort of thrashing signs of like movement in the mud at the riverbank, you're able to confirm that this is it looking at the tooth, it was this common dwarfism alligator at some point. Whatever it is now, it is definitely not that. It shares a lot of similarities, but it is far too large, and its build is far too wide. Even it seems to have grown extra toes, and in an uncharacteristic way for crocodiles, even its claws seem to have been extended. But that's not really the interesting part to you. As you're looking around, there's a bunch of these impacts and slashes and breaks that would be, even for a giant crocodile, very hard to make, as it seems to be putting out equal to, if not more, force than it, just over smaller surface areas. And the way that the gator seems to have moved, especially back towards the riverbank itself, like the edge of the river, it seems like behavior you would see in an animal that was trying to stand its ground and then very quickly was backing the fuck up.
I'm just gonna. You gonna see Marcel kneel to the ground. It looks like you might have run into a similar sized predator, something bigger. This growth from the different tracks, it doesn't look natural.
Definitely wasn't natural than when I encountered it a year ago, but what could the other thing be? There's only 3 people I can think of that are that strong, and one of them is very dead.
Either it's people we're dealing with, or a new
I don't
species
know.
we haven't discovered.
Now, when Whisper brings up people, to honor that crit, you realize something. As you're looking at this one set of tracks, and there was this weird divot in the center of the tracks that made no fucking sense to you until he said people. And then you lean down and notice it was like a bit of debris was covering most of this divot, and you move it out of the way and see a human footprint in the middle of what looks like where this gator started backing up into the water, and it seemed to have stepped in the exact same footprint, walking towards the gator. Toes pointing towards the gator. A regular size 7 foot.
That right there might have given us a clue. And I'm just gonna nod my head over to the footprint we found.
Whisper's going to look at this footprint. I don't assume that Whisper's met both Merlin and Copperhead, so I don't think either of them are like size 7s.
For Merlin to be putting out this much force, he would not have a human footprint.
True.
And Copperhead has bigger feet than that.
Whisper has a grim look on his face. Oh, no. There's no shot. We might have very big problems.
Define big there.
So about a year ago, we had problems with some, let's just call them abominations. Have you been told about them?
Can't say I reckon.
So, somebody decided to try to play God. Let's put it one way. And there were a bunch of half werewolf, half vampires running around that we had to deal with. But we killed the head honcho. Or at least one of them. Were there more?
Whisper.
Hmm.
Roll me a wits insight +3, and we're going to call this a PTSD bonus.
Okay, sure. Wits, insight, firm, 1, 2, 3.
Your mind goes back to that horrible fight in the sewer, the one where you saw Asher get ripped apart. All those abominations get ripped apart. You see their bodies falling to the ground and rotting, but staying in whatever form they manifested in, which is an affront to your kind in general. However, you remember throwing that lighter. You remember seeing Bobby turn to dust. You never saw his body, though.
Talking about Asher, because we took Asher's body.
Vitrin.
Vitrin. Whisper. Oh. Whisper is... His eyes narrow. Shit. Only one person I can think of that might be left. Maybe I should have stayed to make sure his body was torched.
Share some details with us.
A year ago in the sewers, we fought a pack of these abominations. The big head guy, Asher, we killed him. A pack member made sure that he came with so that we wouldn't see him again. But the other one that kept turning into puddles of blood, he should have been eviscerated. There's no way he's back. There's no way he's still alive. If he is, we have problems.
So how will we know for sure, like, who this guy is? How do we know? How can we verify that?
Well, there's only one person I could think of to ask. Maybe a couple, actually.
I bet Honey Mustard would know.
Whisper will call up Merlin again.
Merlin will answer the phone in a state of distress and a very gruff voice. He's clearly in some sort of transformation right now. Really not a good time, kid.
Vitrin might still be out there.
What the fuck?
Have you seen abomination activity?
Not recently. Hang on, they're coming down. I gotta hold this tart tight.
Okay.
Oh, they're just falling even higher now. What the fuck am I look, right. So, Vitrin?
The one that kept turning into blood?
Right, well, if it could turn into blood, maybe look for gore residue or some shit. I don't know. What do I look like? Forensics? Listen, there's a deer skull fucker here that's trying to eat like 5 vampires. I need to, like, go.
Oh, sorry.
Don't just right. Figure it out. Get back to me. Is that guy? What the fuck? And then he hangs up.
Great, cool, awesome. All right. Claps his hands together. Any and all puddles of blood, just take deep, long looks. Gather some of it if you can.
Let's go to the shed. There was lots of blood and gore there.
And back to the shed they go.
I think it was all on the roof.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Whisper will just start climbing up onto the roof to gather some of that blood.
Now, Whisper, you climb up onto the roof to check out some of this blood. And the roof is caved in. You sort of climb up and see that the inside of this shed is caked in gore.
Oh. Climbs back down and just opens the door instead.
You open the door. It's a little stiff. And it reeks in here. This is blood that has been baking in Mississippi sunlight.
Gemma says, "Is that enough blood? Can you tell?"
It's too much blood, but maybe.
What are we looking for in this blood?
Just need to find some kind of like residue, I guess. And Whisper's gonna actually, because he would probably remember like what that kind of activity would look like via the Umbra. He's gonna use his special eyes and take a look around.
Whisper.
Hmm.
Until your powers are sorted out, I'm just not even going to ask you for a check for this.
Fair enough.
Your eyes glow that weird purple, if I remember.
Mhm.
And you're able to glimpse into the spirit, and I'm going to need a stamina composure check, as it's bad.
Sure. Stamina composure.
We've lost Grant.
Oh no.
We've gained Grant. Whisper, as you peer into the Umbra, you recoil as this shed, this blood is caked in worm spirit. It's like a writhing pile of maggots in here. Where there is blood is a cesspool of putrescence, like a boil festering on the world, and you can't contain your lunch.
Yeah, Whisper, as he just kind of sees that, he runs back to try and get as much of that at least in the river so it's easier to clean up.
You empty your guts into the river. It's not pretty. It's not your proudest moment. At least none of the old crew were here to see that.
True.
What would Alexander say?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Big problems. Big problems. I think it's safe to assume they're still around.
So I take it you recognize the blood then?
Mm-hmm.
Should we start moving?
Yes. Yes, we should.
Okay. Truth hobbles herself back up off the ground.
Tooth, for the sole fact that you've been really fighting the big one on dice rolls today, heal that last point as that last bit of rest allowed your innate werewolf healing to fix up the last of the bruising.
Thank God.
As you stand, you feel that last satisfying click as your knee and ankle find where they're supposed to sit, and you feel good as new.
Oh, that feels
And hey,
so
look,
much
the parts of your leg that were bitten off, freshly shaved.
better. Sooth cracks her neck. One side, then the other. Right. So we're not fighting this thing, we're moving.
I don't think there's anything left to fight.
That's comforting. Well, I guess that means our mission's kind of accomplished.
Whisper.
Yes.
You still have, correct me if I'm wrong, but that ability you activate lasts for a scene, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When you sort of look up over the river after you finish emptying your guts, you do notice a type of something in the water you have never seen before. It's not so much a spirit or corruption. It's a weird distortion in the water. Like somebody took what you know to be water, that should be full of wild spirits, and as far as the Umbra is concerned, has turned it into something along the lines visually as an animated Van Gogh painting.
Whisper pauses and just kind of stares at that.
And Grant, I have to ask, do you remember how to put the brake on? As I'm going to ask everybody to take a quick break here for a few minutes.
I just hit the little break button, right?
Yep, hit the little break button and don't forget to cut our audios.
Okay.
Hello again. So, where we left off, Whisper was staring into the spitting image of the river he knew as the Mississippi through the eyes of the Umbra that had been turned into this maddening spiral of colors and ripples that make no sense, as if it was pulled directly out of an animated Van Gogh painting. Corsar, you decided to take up the rear, as riding in some guy's van isn't your style. You went to go steal a car of your own. Tell us what you're pulling up in to the rest of the party, following them behind.
Corsar pulls up in a yellow Vespa. Have you ever seen the show Fooly Cooly? That is what it means.
Fuck's sake.
Gemma
Is
says,
he wearing a helmet?
Sweet wheels.
Corsar always follows the laws of another land until they inconvenience him.
So, a stolen Vespa and a stolen helmet. He's a respectable individual.
$20 is $20. I had to do it.
Oh, you bought the helmet but stole the Vespa.
I didn't say that.
Kosa, you see this gory, violent scene. It looked like Godzilla lost a fight with Superman here.
What the hell? This
You
is
see-
very bloody.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Corsair. Corsar. But you're you're a Silverfang. You're a Ragabash. Which one of you is the Theurge? Oh, it's Marcel. Unfortunate.
Fucking knew it.
God damn. The one guy I can't grab by the face and pull. Soul. Well, Corsair smells the abundance of fetid blood in the air, this blight on his nose that normally sends his kind into a feral feeding frenzy that makes him want to just gag and leave. As the closer you get to this shed that was mentioned before, the more you want to be anywhere else but there.
It seems important right there. I have no desire to investigate.
Yeah, don't please. I just lost my lunch. And I'm not ready to lose dinner I haven't eaten yet.
Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
When you mentioned that you lost your lunch, you look down, and through your eyes of the Umbra, you see your puke drifting in the river. It's a slow current day.
Mm.
And to your eyes, it almost seems to reform back into the food it was, and then digest itself back into the vomit, and then just keep undulating between the two. Sometimes in sections, sometimes it's back in the fucking bag your dad gave it to you in.
What the fuck? Whisper is going to approach the river.
You're free to do so. There's no adverse effect as from just being near the river. And to the rest of you, it looks like Whisper's just staring at his own vomit, floating gently down the stream.
Gemma says, "Do you miss your lunch or something?"
No, there's like something weird going on in the river.
I'll come over and see what you're looking at.
Sure.
And Gemma wonders if she takes the chips out of her pocket, what'll happen? Throws the chips in the river to see if anything happens with it.
Gemma.
Mm-hmm.
To you, there's a bunch of soggy chips just floating in the river. Corsair, Tooth, something don't smell right about this water.
I'm no freshwater professional, but is freshwater supposed to smell like that?
Tooth takes a
Go ahead, you first.
Tooth takes a long, deep inhale and kind of squiggles her nose around a little bit. She's actively not going anywhere near the water, but she agrees that it smells a little funny.
Tooth,
Yes.
Kosar. To describe this smell in more detail, normally, even we as people know what water smells like. Flowing rivers, even these polluted ones, have a fresh, damp smell to them, especially around these hot climates. They can get particularly muggy with that sort of wet mud reed smell. That's not what you're smelling here. It smells like a dessert, like a freshly baked apple pie served with cream.
That's disconcerting.
It's supposed to smell like some form of confectionery. You Americans are strange.
Kosar, I need you to roll a wits insight. Let's see what this looks like for you. Oh shit, yeah, roll those 3 dice for me, Kosar.
Here seen the fucking Steph Curry like throw the fucking
Yeah.
basketball from the moon?
Corsar. They're
No.
putting chemicals into the water that are giving their fucking fish diabetes.
I will. I may have to have a talk with your government after this conflict. Huh?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, does it usually smell like sweets?
Well, no, it's not supposed to.
But now it's been pointed out to you, even though you're fully distracted by the spiraling waves
Hmm.
of bizarre color, you're noticing the smell too. It's almost like somebody dreamt of a river without ever having seen a river.
What is going on here? Whisper. There's like trees near the water bank, right? Whisper could just reasonably grab a stick and just kind of poke at the water.
Yep.
All right. He grabs a stick and starts poking the definitely 100% water if you can't hear the winks in my voice.
You poke at this water. And to everybody else, you see lazy ripples move out across this sickly smelling river surface. It's eerily still. Whisper, what you see is ripples of inconsistent size. They get like certain radiuses and then turn into these crashing ocean waves, and then just as quickly back to ripples in these weird undulations that make no sense.
Has Whisper seen anything like this before?
Roll me intelligence occult.
Sure. Am I adding my wild expertise?
This is definitely not wild.
Okay, was worth a shot.
Actually, no.
Oh.
Too late. 5's
Okay.
good enough. You have not seen anything like this yourself. But Whisper, you've got some interesting friends in the city.
Hmm.
You know those weird hunter lot? You know, Briggs. He's fucking bizarre.
Hmm.
Eve's kind of cool, I guess. Alexander comes to mind, but not because he knew what he described anything like this. His girlfriend Alice, however, this looks the way she talks about the world. Like it doesn't make sense.
I might have to make some phone calls later. As if I didn't have to make any already.
Again, to Kosar, to Gemma, and to Tooth. Whisper's just mumbling about making phone calls at a random river. Smells fucking weird, but a random river.
Huh.
Doodle Whisper.
Yeah?
How badly do you think this will affect the trout population?
Would this have an effect on the trout population?
Make me a wits insight to see if you can see any fish in this fucking thing. All of you.
Wits insight, you got it.
Yeah. Not wits insight, wits awareness, sorry. We're
Wits
now
awareness.
we're
got
now
it.
going fish spotting.
Hey.
Gemma, put the fucking put it put the fucking fishing rod away. Oh my god, stop.
I didn't have awareness last campaign. Now I do. Oh god.
Gemma Tooth, this water here is certainly made out of water. Whisper, with your eyes, you're making out. Well, at first glance, they look like fish to you.
Hmm.
And then you sort of look closely, and then there's something weird about those fish. You can't quite put your finger on it, but their shape is wrong. It's hard to see with all the extra noise going on in your vision right now. Corsar, those fish have legs.
Can two
Think
pick
about
up a
where the legs are coming from is, you know how fish have those sort of side fins on some of them to help sort of like steer them through the water. They have the rear tail for propulsion
Dorsal
and those
fins.
side fins.
Or no, the pectoral
dorsal
fin.
fins. Yeah, the pectoral fins and dorsal fins. The ones aimed towards the belly. What are they called, Fisherman Grant?
Those, I don't recall. They're used in mating purposes, I believe.
Yeah. Those fins sort of used for steering and stability. Corsar, you'll notice they're just tiny human legs.
Oh, oh. I need to tell Babushka about this. You people are
Course-
sick!
Corsar,
Duh.
one of these fish is approaching the riverbank.
Oh.
And you all see this as this bass, this not a big one, like relatively small for a bass, walks out of the water with hairy human legs. Like, it's not like gorilla fur, but it's like hairy adult male legs and feet, and sort of just jogs into the forest.
Gemma
Sorry,
says,
Ralph, as a game.
Gemma says, well, that's disturbing.
Oh.
She said,
Yeah, I might.
Gemma says, you know, there's a nuke plant just up the road from here. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe? I don't think so. You only really see that in like fiction, but this is real life.
Like the Simpsons with the yellow man?
Do we? What? No.
Yes. Your greatest forms of media.
That's fiction. That's not real.
Oh.
He is a legend.
My favorite one was the Simpsons movie.
Glitch, I have a question.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match.
Can I try to catch one of these legged fishes?
While they're in the water, or are you chasing after the one that ran into the forest?
The one that went in the forest.
Roll me a quick dexterity athletics. You lunge at this fish and you grab it by the ankles, and you realize this leg hair is like, it's fish slime that is holding the shape of leg hair with the consistency of fish slime. So you just sort of grab him, you're able to hoist it up, but it's sort of like these strands of slime are now sticking to your hand.
Ooh, Gemma says, ooh, look at this slime. That's nasty.
I don't want to look at the slime, actually.
Gemma, I need you to make a athletics dexterity difficulty 2, as this bass is going to try to kick you in the face with its spare leg.
Difficulty. Oh, wait.
2.
How do I do that?
Oh, don't worry about it. Just roll straight up. It just tells it
there it
difficulty
is.
is just the number of successes you need to pass.
And roll. Oh no.
Gemma, you get kicked in the face and take a superficial damage as your nose is bloody. And this fish lands on the ground, does what can only be sort of described as a slab squat, as it sort of flips itself, squats down as it lands, and scurries back into the drink.
Gemma says, well, that little shit.
Okay.
Can I attempt to try to catch the fish as well?
As it's going into the drink,
No.
go for it. Roll me a dexterity athletics.
Alright. Oh shit, this might be successful. It won't be.
The difficulty is a 2.
No, I did it!
do.
Oh wait, never mind. I didn't.
Oh, that's a fail. Do you want a willpower reroll to catch this slimy leg man?
Yeah, of course.
If this also fails, may I roll to grab at the fish?
Corsa, you lunge to grab it by its ankles, and it sort of like jumps, causing you to slide in the mud of the bank a little bit, and it bounces off you. Like one of those Mario games. Your turn, Tooth.
You said dexterity athletics.
Dexterity athletics. Whisper, what are you doing at the moment?
Whisper is staring at these guys in disbelief.
Tooth, you're able to grab it by both ankles and start dragging it back onto land, and it's just flopping around, kicking, thrashing.
Two's kind of being a little rough with the thing. She's also kind of thrashing it about. Stop fucking moving.
That's because Tooth has fish PTSD.
Yeah, she does. Tooth is mad at everything that lives in water right now.
You know what?
Get him, she-devil!
You know what? It's fine. We probably need one of those anyways. Just show our findings.
Tooth is actively dragging it towards Whisper.
I don't want it near me!
You gotta tell me what it is! She holds it up like a dad holding up a fish he just dragged out of a lake on a random Wednesday afternoon.
And it starts thrashing about violently.
Evidently, it's a fish with human legs.
Okay.
Oh, it
What-
speaks. I
what?
hate that.
What?
Let's
What?
ask it some questions.
Hold on. What?
Read
Do
me
any, of you do any of you speak the language it was speaking?
I'll try.
If there's
Do you speak
anybody that
French,
could.
Corsa?
Une Gabriel po francuski.
Donc quoi?
Привет! Как тебя зовут?
Does anybody understand what's happening right now?
I don't think the fish speaks Poroski.
It starts
we
to
know
wiggle,
that-
try and get free again. You can't get out of that grip of 4.
Is it definitely speaking French? She says, kind of looking at it.
Roll an insight as it goes. Problems.
Insight with anything else or just straight insight?
You know what? Insight, intelligence. Whoever wants to, because there's enough. You know when you can hear someone speak a language,
Uh-huh.
and you get a figure of how fluent they are with just how they pronounce things.
Mhm.
Guys, this motherfucker speaks fluent French.
Fluid, like the water?
Yeah, fluid French.
Marcel, don't you speak that Cajun French?
But for the sake of our poor French speaker, he's in a state of shock.
Let's.
Oh, he's here.
Parlez-vous français?
Sorry, I've forgotten how to say. Fish?
What?
Is what it just said to you.
Well, he said something remarkable. And I'm gonna turn to the rest of the party. He said fish.
He was
Yeah.
just bewildered.
Marcel, slap that fish and ask him who he works for.
No, what?
That
Wait,
is the
wait.
most
Let's
generous
not go
to a
picking
fish
fights
with
with James.
legs I've ever fucking seen.
I'm gonna get down to the fish's level.
It is upside down and being held up by Tooth right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Tooth is
I'm
manly.
gonna
You want to
go.
say?
Hey there, little one. Why don't you tell me where'd you come from and how'd you get these nice little leggies here? I would have said that in French, but my French is so rusty
Yeah,
right now. I'm not going to even attempt it.
That motherfucker just said you mother is a slut.
You shouldn't see Marcel kind of just nod his head. He's not cooperating.
Tooth said not cooperating. Really? That she's gonna pick it up. Well, she's not picking it up. She's gonna lift it up a little bit higher and then drop it down and slam it on the ground. Not enough to knock it out, but definitely enough to make you wince a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one more time. How do you know to speak? Where do you come from, and how'd you obtain these legs?
Well,
My tongue.
His tongue.
yeah, well, his tongue's gonna hurt a lot worse when I
What's
rip it out of his mouth.
what's wrong with your tongue? I'm gonna need you to speak a little more clearly than that. Oh, sorry.
Marcel.
Hmm.
It's just asking you to kiss it over and over and over again.
Gemma says, try it. It might be one of those Princess and the Frog things.
No,
Can I?
no, we're not. No.
Can you what?
We're not kissing the weird smelling
I'm
legged fish
going
creature.
to
If
wrap
it doesn't
my
eat
hand.
xanthers, we're eating it.
I'm gonna wrap my hand in a cloth. I'm gonna wrap both my hands in like cloth as like makeshift gloves, and I'm gonna squeeze the fish's mouth open. And I'm just gonna like look inside from a fair distance. What do I see?
There's a human tongue in that fucker's mouth.
You're gonna see my face, Fang. You're gonna see my face kind of go. Ugh. He's got a human tongue too.
What?
Yes.
Do
Hmm.
you think it was once a human or a fish that suddenly turned humanistic?
Seeing as how we're in Mississippi, I think both are possible.
It's hard to say because he's still refusing to cooperate. He's asking for a
Oh,
kiss.
well, he can either cooperate or we can dissect it and find out ourselves.
And I'm gonna pull out my blade. I think I'm liking that second.
Why don't I just turn shark?
Do you think
I
you'd be able
wouldn't
to
recommend.
understand?
I wouldn't recommend eating him. That's what you suggest.
Not in
Oh.
that water. That water smells strange.
Intimidation tactic. No more.
I
I mean, if you want to intimidate him, Jake, can I transform my hand?
Into that, you could go Galabro. I don't believe you own the gift that lets you partially transform.
Okay.
So you could go Galabro and Whisper. This would probably be a bit jarring to you, as you've seen Werewolf shift, you've seen Abomination shift, you've never seen a Macaulay shift. The way you would do that,
I'm not. Go
the
ahead,
way
go
you
ahead,
would,
sorry.
the way you would do that on your sheet is you see. I can do it for you actually, because
Forbid.
you're on your computer.
I was gonna say,
You're not at your
I can't
computer.
really
Yeah.
see.
So I'll make that rage check for you. Holy shit, you have a lot of rage, Marcel. Why are you so angry, my friend?
I didn't add the one rage you gave me. I forgot to do that.
Yeah, I think it's best you don't. You're at 4 out of 5 rage. You're gonna be pushing frenzies otherwise.
That's great.
And you don't even lose a rage from this transformation, as you see Marcel sort of swell in size a bit as his skin becomes partially covered in. What color crocodile are you, Marcel?
So
Or are you
what
an
you
alligator?
guys will see, it's an alligator. You'll start seeing a dark color come out first, and then it is followed by what looks like wave patterns of tan, light green, and then the dark green color kind of does swirls into the other ones.
As these scales form and these claws extend. This man is no werewolf. Whisper.
Oh.
And the fish starts to panic.
You want to talk now?
I'm gonna look at it. You're gonna answer my questions now.
My king, my king, my king.
I'm gonna look the tooth. He's saying, "My king," just repeatedly.
I'm at a loss for words.
That makes two of us.
Can I transform back?
Yeah, easy as pie to do. Doesn't cost you nothing. You can just shift back as those scales fade away and those claws rescind.
Wait a minute.
And I'm gonna start stretching, kind of like cracking bones as I do that. I don't think we're gonna get anything out of him, Cher.
River monster. King of the river.
Wait, do you think he kept
Okay.
saying my king?
Yeah, the river monster. You know the show on the History Channel.
Maybe it's still alive? Just really
Sounds-
injured?
Yeah, it must be that or something like it, because if it saw the transformation and immediately thought of its actual master, it must be something linked to it, right?
Did you see which way the thing was thrown?
I was extremely at a loss. I can't remember much of anything.
I wonder if there's any tracks left from the big scuffle.
There is plenty, but they all seem to lead into the river, and the smaller creature from Marcel's earlier nailing of the roll seems to have just disappeared. Whisper.
Hmm.
You know what it means if this motherfucker disappeared without a trace? Little bastard uses little blood trick again.
Okay.
This is an enemy you know too well. Every time something bad happens to you, he's stood to your left.
Whisper looks to his left.
You see nothing.
Love a ghost of a years past. Let's see if we can find the corpse of the big croc, if it even is a corpse.
Can I change into my bird form to take a look around from the sky?
He's still just saying my king.
Can you
My king, he lives. My king, he lives.
So the
Oh,
creature must be
king.
alive then.
He lives.
can you ask it if it can take us to it?
I'm gonna look down at him. Can you show us where your king lives? Where I live.
There's these horrible clicking and popping noises as its face deforms, and that fish mouth becomes a human mouth with perfectly white teeth, perfect teeth, and a human tongue, and it goes, "I certainly can, my liege," in perfect English.
What the fuck?
So you go, all right then.
Whose
Looks like we
face
got
is just
ourselves a trail to follow.
whose face is just skewed in absolute distaste at this creature before her.
Good madam, could you put me down?
That depends.
Or the blood is rushing to my tail. How am I going to take you there if there's no blood going to my brain?
What assurance do I have you'll really take us there?
My word as a knight.
Words are cheap. I want something from you.
This
I
is
will
a
grant. Please
this is a
continue.
fish that just became a guy. What does he have?
I don't fucking know. A hand? A foot? A
I will
tooth?
grant you my most prized possession. As he will sort of wiggle in your hand and offer you his left big toe.
It just freezes.
Oh, you
I'm gonna
can't
look up at
take
you. That's a pretty big sign of gratitude there, too.
Just keep it. And she drops him. Well,
Lead the way.
So I guess we follow the fish dude.
That's
Apparently.
plan.
Many of you are capable swimmers underwater.
Da! That's Kosar shoots up his hand.
I love the enthusiasm. He like wiggles his tail at you because he can't really clap. He has legs, not hands.
Adelichna! When do we begin?
Looks to the rest of us that aren't quite as aquatically adept.
Hey, Glitch, how big's my bird form? Or if I can even transform.
You've got the one that cost rage to turn into, but at the moment you don't have any rage because you can howl at the moon to gain a rage, but there's a chance that transforming into a bird form big enough to fly another person would make you lose that rage again, which means you'd just be regular old people, Gemma.
Oh.
May I howl at the moon?
You may shark roar at the moon. It's much more of a roar coming from you.
I guess
Alright,
I
I'll
should
gurgle at the moon.
at least caw at the moon to get the rage.
I'm gonna use Moonround too.
My bird noises aren't picked up by my microphone. It counts it as background noise. I'm too good at them.
So I just add the ticks to the rage thing.
You add a single tick to your rage, yes.
I get the additional one as well for the Moonround, right?
Oh, yes, you do. Yes.
Yippee.
This moon does fit you.
Yippee.
And so, do I call at the moon to get at least one?
Yes. You get one.
Okay, cool.
You've got at least your wolf powers back, so you can turn into a regular bird at the very least. And, well, if you can't swim, my brothers of the deep, as he sort of runs over to the riverbank and pops a mean squat. New allies to the cause! New allies to the cause! I said, get the fuck out of here! As he does like a full-on like squat, stomp wiggle. As like 4 more of these like fish of varying sizes, of different kinds, with the same sort of legs growing out of the middle of their body, and it's just fish with human hairy legs, stumble out. They all look at Whisper.
What? What?
You would perhaps possess a boat, he's asking.
No.
Wait, what happened to our other boat?
The one you
crashed up
stole?
on the bank here.
Well, I guess it's back to Bass Pro Shop.
We're not stealing.
Why not?
That's illegal?
And? I don't know this word.
Or does Honey Mustard Guy have a boat for us, too?
I don't think he'd let us drive it. Boat it? I don't know the verb for boat.
Is this beached vessel yours?
Duh.
As he turns back to its group. And these 4 additional fish will run over to the boat and slam their bodies against all of the most damaged areas. And it looks like fish skin patches the holes with weird limbs sticking out of it, like legs where the legs would be if it was just the body pressed up against it. And the occasional eye looking out at you all. As the boat sort of off its weirdly positioned limbs, sort of slowly kicks itself back into the water.
What the fuck?
So we talking like these motherfuckers are part post-it note.
It's like these guys have reformed the original shape of the boat, but where they have replaced the missing material, it is fish skin and weirdly growing out feet.
Ah, okay. No,
This is the last time I hang out with Faye. That was the first and the last. I'm never hanging out with Faye again.
I'm half convinced that I'm still in a coma. I don't think I woke up. I'm so tied to the fucking chair in that room. She's pinching herself.
This is like a fever dream, I swear.
The name's Whisper, right?
I'm Whisper,
I believe-
yes.
I believe the verbiage is sail. Sail his boat.
Thank you.
My Simya, are we ready to begin this journey?
Sure, why not?
We will take you to the River King, noble allies.
Whisper will
Truth
jump into the
is-
boat.
Tooth is very much not keen on going near the water again. I think part of what happened to her is still weighing really heavily in her mind.
We won't let it happen to you again.
So, Tooth, you got backup this time. Ah, shit.
Hmm.
Your fear is
Mm.
well presented, as you startled the ruler last time.
Me. Ooh.
Quiet, princess. The brother of the Lord speaks as he turns to you, Marcel, when you weren't saying anything.
Tooth is. I don't know if she's more pissed that she just got hushed when she wasn't speaking, or more pissed that she just got called princess. She looks like she wants to skin this fish alive. She gets her butt on that boat.
I'm going to look down at the fish. It's okay. It's okay. And
You keep a weird number of concubines, my lord. As he looks at
Oh.
Tooth, he looks at Corsar, and he looks at Whisper.
I'm still shirtless.
Did you just stop being weird?
The amount of inappropriate words spilling through Tooth's mind right now, it is all that she can do. To glare at Marcel. Like, if you don't do something, I'm gonna do something, and you're not gonna like what I do.
noble knights, these aren't concubines.
Us. Well, then let your slaves get on the boat, and we shall traverse.
You're just gonna see me grab my nose and like my face and
I'm not killing fish. I'm not killing fish. I'm not killing. I'm not. 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 I'm not.
Gemma says, of all the fish, you won't kill this one?
I need this one. After is to be determined.
Your tiny queen of murder, my lord. Is she to come too? As the fish looks directly at Gemma.
Did you just call me a queen of
yes.
murder?
yes, treat her and the rest of my companions here the highest respect. All right,
What?
and I'm gonna wink at the fish.
Ah, you breed in shoals, I understand. My apologies. And it sort of like awkwardly bows. Like it's just the fish part that moves forward. The legs stay perfectly rigid and upright as the fish just tilts.
And I'm gonna look over to Fang or Tooth. Sorry.
It's okay.
And go. Is that better?
Oh, you. Ooh. Okay.
Come, Honorable nobles, the king awaits! As this fish will just full sprint into the water. As the boat starts achieving a slightly slimy buoyancy.
Whisper's already in the boat at this point, and he's just gonna
Yeah.
kind of start just
Alright,
keeping a
y'all.
glimpse on his left.
Kosar just
I
doesn't
must depart now.
the water.
Well, we were gonna wrap up here anyway.
Perfect.
We were gonna have a
Bye.
shorter
Into the
session.
sunset. Sorry.
As the party boards this boat, or braves swimming in the water below, we shall call this session to a close. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Whispering Winds, Werewolf the Apocalypse with my amazing players, Calagost, Insurgent, Grant, Sushi, and our fabulous guest, maybe returning if we can get them again, Dakota.
Cool.
Thank you.
Now, Grant, do you know how to end the stream?
There's a button that says ending stream. Let's push that. Oh,
Fantastic.
well then.
Don't forget to turn off our audio.
Oh, yeah.